Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey tea sippers, good evening. It looks like this trophy wife situation has definitely turned into a Dragon Ball T series. So earlier today, I started getting tagged by a bunch of different people on TikTok and on other social media platforms that basically the niece of the trophy wife's husband, because they're not divorced yet, is out speaking, and her name is Erica Dowdy, which is the same name as the husband, and his name is Orenthal Jermaine Dowdy. So she is saying that she's the niece of his, and she goes on this 18-minute rant about the entire situation, how ISIS is lying on her uncle, and that really was ISIS's son who's the one essaying his siblings. This entire situation is just disturbing all the way around. It has a lot of twists and turns. I'm going to play her full commentary so you guys can get the full context, and then I'm going to come back with what I think of this situation. Check this out.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dee, and I am the niece of the trophy wife's husband. Now, I know you know who the trophy wife is because she's been going up and down my timeline for the last couple of days. Her name is Isis, or Paloma, which is her real name. This lady is completely insane. Let's just start from there. Background story. Her and my uncle got together really quick. From what I've been seeing and what I've been told, she thought that she was getting a come up with my uncle. But then when things didn't go her way and she pretty much seen that she could no longer hide the things that she was doing behind closed doors, she ended up trying to find a different route, which was to come on here and lie to you all and tell you that her daughter had been touched by her dad, which that is not the case. Her daughter had been touched by her son, and she didn't want anybody to know because she wanted to try to make it seem like my uncle was the bad guy because she wasn't getting what she wanted in the divorce. I always think that they're the bad guys because it goes both ways. And I am a mother of a black little boy. So for me, I can understand why she would want to cover up for her son, but at the same time, me personally, if my son is doing anything like that and I have other kids, I want to get him the best help possible away from his siblings until he is confirmed better. And I know he's no longer a threat to the other kids in the house, because you can't just sit over there and single out one kid and be like, oh, I'm going to protect this one, but whatever happens to the other ones just happens. That's not okay. And then you want to sit over here and portray to these women out here that, oh, it's okay to be a trophy wife. Just go for that rich man type deal. No, how about go get your own money? How about stop. Please, ladies, please stop waiting on a man to fulfill your life financially, spiritually, emotionally, all this other extra stuff, and find your own way. Do that. Because when you find your own way and you know your self-worth and you know what you are capable of and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, then the good man will come find you. But until you know your self-worth, you're just going to keep picking up anything off the street and being like, oh, okay, he got a little bit of money in his pocket, so he going to treat me right. No. Because the one thing that you don't realize is that man that has that money he's also got a little brain in his head too. So he also is already aware of these women that's coming out here to do these things to him or to try to trap him in these ways just for money or attention or the clout or whatever. Like, come on. We are in 2024, about to be 2025. Why are we still doing these same little tricks? Somebody needs to be teaching y'all how to make your own money, how to get your own way. So then that way, when you do find that good man with a lot of money, then y'all can build together instead of sitting over there waiting for him to give you an allowance or whatever your little stipend for the month. Be real. Just want to let y'all know, for the crusties and the dusties, please be mindful of what you put out here on the internet, because you could be getting a lawsuit coming to your doorstep for you putting out accusations of stuff that you have no idea about. Everything that I'm telling you right now on this computer screen or on this platform, I'm letting you know that this is the truth. This woman is no records that that little girl has been touched by my uncle. No records. She tried to put it on my uncle that he abused her youngest son, which loves my uncle to death. But the day that her and her ex tried to put out there that my uncle had abused her son, he wasn't in the state. He wasn't nowhere near. So once they went to the hospital and they took the little boy to the hospital, the one thing that they didn't do this time is the social workers pulled him aside and started asking him questions and asked him, who hurt you? Come to find out, the little boy told and said that it was her. Not only that, her oldest son has sent my uncle threatening messages. He has rubbed poop on the walls at multiple family members' house, including theirs. He has pushed his younger brother down the stairs to the point where he had a concussion, and she didn't want to take him to the hospital because she didn't want them to know that she had, a son that had been abusing all her other kids. And then not only that, he hasn't just touched the two girls, he's touched all three of the kids. He's touched his little brother, he's touched his 4-year-old sister, and he's touched his 2-year-old sister. But all of this will come out eventually. My uncle cannot say anything right now because the case is still open. But my thing is, you're sitting over here saying that he did all of this stuff, but if he did, the police themselves said that he would be in jail. They would have took him to jail as soon as the hospital said, oh my gosh, the baby's been touched. He would have been in booking right away. He wouldn't be out right now working. He wouldn't be out right now being bothered with all of this extra stuff that you're putting on him because of the fact that you want money. Like, what mother uses this platform to sit up there and say, my babies have been raped or my babies have been touched, excuse me, and then sit over there and then try to put a GoFundMe page up? You know why she's putting that GoFundMe page up? Because my uncle has had enough. He's not giving you any money. He's not sitting over there playing into your little schemes where she sits over there and tries to have her kid's father call his phone to get him to talk to the kids so that she can say he's in breach of a restraining order. Like, there's so much proof behind all of this stuff that you all do not realize that is going to come down on her head. But yet you all are sitting over here believing her sob story, not doing your research, and paying her money. This girl has up to $2,000 already on GoFundMe. Probably more now because I haven't even checked this morning. But it's crazy how y'all will go for a black man or go for any man off of what a woman says. Like, women don't lie every day to get ahead. I am a strong advocate for black women, for women in general, for people in general. But men, I feel like we need to just slow down a little bit. And for you smart ladies out there who sat up there and thought to yourselves, oh, this cannot be true. This can't be, something that a woman would allow, which it's not. It's not something that a woman would allow. I am a victim of sexual assault or rape or whatever you want to call it. And I don't appreciate one bit of the accusations being put out there, especially not just because they're fake, not just because that they're out there just for clout, but because of the fact that this involves a family member of mine who I care about dearly. Multiple family members, if you want to put that out there, because the kids are my family too. The boys are somebody else's. The girls and the last baby are a part of my family. And if they're being harmed in any kind of way, I definitely would want to stand up for them, for sure. But her son is the one that the baby first initially said that was touching her. My grandmother was changing the baby one day, and she seen that it was red down there, and she said that her brother did it. Now, when they went to court, the court did not believe what she was saying because Paloma had already ISIS had already put out a case against my uncle because my uncle was furious when he found out that her oldest son was touching the girls. So he went out and tried to, seek help to figure out what he should do about getting her son away from the girls so that they would no longer have to go through this. But as soon as he did that, ISIS went and took papers out on him claiming that he did it because she didn't want her son to go down for it. On top of all of this, she's sitting over here acting like she's the best parent in the world when if y'all go look for yourself, y'all will see that she has a child abuse case of her own. Her youngest son was, but it is a record that she had a diaper rash. It is a record that she has child abuse charges against her. It is record that her son has sent my uncle threatening messages. It is a record that she's not telling the whole truth on this platform, what she said in the courtroom. The courtroom that she had my nieces sitting in looking at the wall the whole entire time so that they wouldn't get emotional looking at my uncle because they love their daddy. And now he has to suffer without seeing his kids because of the fact that this woman wants to lie and slander his name because she did not get what she wanted in the divorce. The divorce that she did not put out there, by the way. Because me personally, if anybody had did anything to my kid, oh, baby, I'm going down there first thing and divorcing this person. I'm not about to sit over there and wait. If anybody rapes me or takes my goods without me and my knowledge or without me saying yes, oh, baby, I'm not about to stay married to somebody like that. That's crazy. But for you to sit over there and say that he's done all these terrible things to you, and yet it took him to divorce you and not you to divorce him, open your eyes, ladies. Stop being stupid. Because this girl is full of lies. Full of lies. Everything y'all heard. First off, let me ask you. Let me get this. Look, who wipes their eyes all the way up here like this when you're crying? Huh? Who does that? Nobody. If I'm wiping my face, I'm wiping all down here because I'm a sloppy crier. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all are too. I don't know why y'all sitting over there trying to act like them housewives doing all that little. No, no. Let them tears drop if you real. Because if I'm talking about my baby and something like that happen, oh, I don't care if it's ugly cry or not. I'm gonna have snot and everything coming down my face. But this girl could barely even look at the camera the entire time she was talking on this video. I have no reason to lie to y'all. But I want to let y'all know that the disrespect for my uncle, it has to stop because this man has done nothing. And the reason why you don't hear him saying anything is because he knows that this is an open case. And when you have an open case, just like we see on The Housewives with Karen Huger and anybody else that goes through a case, you cannot talk about it until the case is over. So ISIS, this is my message to you. I hope to God that you got your ducks in a row. I hope you hired a new lawyer after the last lawyer sat up there and took herself away from your case because she seen that it was no case. So I hope you hired a really good lawyer, or I hope these people give you enough money to where you can get you a good lawyer. Because, baby, you going under the jail. And I hope these people crucify you for all the lies that you have got on here and told. You are not a good person. You are not a good mother. You only, and even right now, you're still out there looking for the next victim. You're out here looking for the next victim, and that's so, like, I'm laughing because that's so fucking sad. But you need not come for me and mine. You need to know that. Because this man does not deserve it. And I know some that do. But he doesn't. So for all of you out there that had the good mind of thinking that she was a liar and that she was just putting on to get sympathy points, yes, she is. And I'm sorry that the rest of you fell for the okie doke and you have egg on your face right now. Because that's what you get for listening to stupid stuff on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok. You're listening to that stuff and you don't even know the whole story. You don't even care to find out the whole story. You're just going to condemn a person, say that you wish them dead, that they should be under the jail and all this other extra stuff when the justice system doesn't even feel that way because they don't have any evidence that he did anything. So please, next topic, next subject. I better not see no more. I better not see no more. Because when he come out, baby, all y'all that's out there right now talking junk are going to be so sick because this girl is sick. Her and her son. I'm sorry to say it because I don't want to talk about nobody else's kid. But if it's the truth, it's the truth. So they're going to get theirs. Don't worry. They're going to get theirs and they're going to get the help that they need, hopefully. And I hope all y'all out there that's sitting over there calling my uncle all kinds of names, saying that he needs to die and all this other extra stuff, I hope y'all are the ones that help her get the help. Because y'all need it right along with her. Have a nice day. Signing off.
All right, so you guys just watched what De'Erica had to say about the situation. And like I said, this is just really disturbing to me because at this point, where is the arrest record? If they're saying that children are being abused, why is this father not in jail? They're saying that he went to court and that he was let go. And they were saying this before this woman came out. So his court case has been floating around the internet. The internet detectives have done what they do. They detected and went and pulled his information. And it's very interesting because she didn't even tell people who this man was, didn't post a picture, didn't try to expose him to help other people's children. It was the internet sleuths who found out who he was. And in this court case, it says here, shall not abuse, shall not contact, shall not enter residence, respondent shall vacate home, emergency family maintenance, use and possession of vehicles, surrender firearms, pay costs, additional provisions. And this was just on October 22nd, which was a month ago. There's a lot of holes in this entire situation. And then I find out from you guys in the comment section that she does have 3 children. She recently gave birth not even a few months ago to a little boy. So she has not just the 2 daughters by this man, she also had a son recently. So if this man had been abusing her from day one, why are we 3 children in? It does not make any sense to me. And I also necessarily don't trust this niece either. I feel like if all of these children are having issues, she said that the oldest boy has issues. He was smearing poop on the wall. When kids are doing things like that, that too can be a form of them acting out because they're being assaulted, they're going through things, and they don't know how to express themselves. That's not normal. A child that old, between the ages of, I want to say 8 and 10, playing with fecal matter, that's not normal at all. She's saying that it's the oldest son that's abusing all of the kids. The oldest son tried to throw his younger brother down the steps. The oldest son assaulted his little brother and the 2 little girls. At what point are people, if this is the true situation, where are the police records? Where are the hospital records? Is this just a deep, dark family secret that everybody's sipping tea on? Because this is not tea to me. This is abuse. This is child-on-child sexual abuse. We talked about this a few streams ago. This is extremely disturbing. And the way that it's just being talked about, you know, from the trophy wife, the way she spoke on it, to the way the niece is speaking on it. And my whole thing is, what about the children? Where are the kids currently? Where is the CPS investigation? If she went down there to the hospital are mandated reporters. If they found that this little girl or both little girls were assaulted, they had to report it to the police, and CPS also gets called. She's out here asking for GoFundMe money, but technically in situations like this in the real world, CPS is going to find you shelter. They're going to get you into a safe environment. This entire story has literally spun out of control in the past 48 hours since I found out about this story. It's making my head spin at this point. Now, one thing that the niece is definitely trying to do is she's trying to paint her uncle as the sole victim here. And I get it. That's your uncle. You're his niece, allegedly. But your uncle is not a victim here. What I see is 2 people who got together based on superficial bullshit, okay? This trophy wife was looking for a sugar daddy. She was looking for somebody to take care of her. Remember, she was in another relationship, was breaking up with that relationship, and then getting ready to move in with this quote-unquote high-value man as she's exiting a prior relationship. So to me, neither the uncle or the trophy wife looked at any of these red flags. For the uncle, she was a beautiful, exotical woman. She's young, so of course she's gonna look good on his arm as a trophy wife. You know, he can't have anybody around his age. So it's almost like this was feeding his ego. He's willing to take on a woman that he himself barely knows. He was ready to make her the girlfriend and wanting to marry her and move her into his home. She already established that she quit her $90,000 a year job, which I don't believe she even had, but okay. She quit her job to what? Just go live with him? Because she didn't get pregnant right away. She was bringing nothing to the table except for her looks and the fact that she was arm candy. So this woman's uncle is as superficial as they come. He wasn't looking for a woman of substance, a woman who brought something to the table, who was running her own business, who was handling herself. He was looking for a trophy wife. He was looking for somebody who looked pretty, who could play the part. You know what I'm saying? He could treat her like a doll and then put her back on the shelf when he didn't want to be bothered. And she was looking to be pampered and taken care of. And what happened is that both of these people who started this relationship based on superficial, shaky foundation bit off more than they could chew. All right, y'all. So this is a story that's just not going to end. So while I was in the middle of filming this, I got word that Isis, the mother in question, she just went live. She has deleted all of the videos on her channel except for the one where, she's talking about the ex-husband. And in this live stream, she is going off on the niece and saying that she does not know who this niece is. She's never met her. And she's finally showing some receipts, okay? So I want you guys to go ahead and watch this video.
Hi, everyone. I couldn't get on here fast enough. I couldn't get on here fast enough when I heard people are trying to blame my son. I couldn't get on here fast enough. Couldn't get on here fast enough. I thought I heard someone who I've never met in my life coming on here trying to blame my son. Someone whom I've never met in my life trying to come on here and blame my son for the sick and disgusting things that my daughter's father was doing. This is not a game. This is not a game. How dare you? How dare you blame this on an innocent child? You talk about you got proof? You have proof? I've got proof right here. Right here. Show me your paperwork. Show me your paperwork. You talk about I am saying something different than when I was in court. Honey, you weren't even there. I've never seen you in my life. It's not very good. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to see my protective order? Y'all want to see my protective order right here? I'm going to cover my daughter's name. I'm going to cover my daughter's name. In the case of a vulnerable adult and a minor child, a relative, there is a preponderance of the evidence to believe that the respondent committed the following acts of abuse. Statutory abuse of a child. R word or a statutory S offense. Father has been coming into two-year-old and 4-year-old daughter's rooms and SAing them. This is from the judge. There's the case number. It matches the records. There's the proof. There's the proof. There's the proof. I'm done. That's all. I'm done.
All right, so you guys just saw Isis's latest video, and thank goodness she finally found some receipts and brought them to the table. All I'm gonna say is this entire situation is sick. To me, this was too sensitive of a topic to bring online. There are real children involved with real emotions who have to go to real school tomorrow, and their pictures are posted all over the internet. This story is viral all over TikTok, Twitter. This is insane. She should have really have just kept this to herself and dealt with this in the courts and dealt with this behind the scenes. She wasn't like a huge influencer, was like Share 7. Like if she disappeared, people are like, well, where did she go? She hasn't dropped any videos recently. She's just starting her influencer career. She literally could have dropped off, took care of what she had to take care with her children, and then came back at a later date, or just stopped this whole social media facade of being a trophy wife altogether. Like I said earlier in the video, this story is so crazy and convoluted. I'm not buying the niece and her coming out trying to defend her uncle, because as we all know, there are people in families who know that abuse is taking place, but they're still going to protect the uncle or the brother or the grandpa. There's one of those in every family, and this niece could potentially be that. All I'm going to say is this. I hope a lot of these young girls who are watching this are understanding how social media is so fake, how somebody can portray a particular lifestyle and not be leading that lifestyle whatsoever. This lady, from what I'm seeing, is going through some type of turmoil, but she was selling a dream to her audience. Nothing wrong with watching it, but don't think that just because you watch it, everything that these women are saying and presenting to you is the truth. Like I always say on social media, everything that glitters is not gold. People only show you a highlight reel of their life. This is insane. Like I said, people need to be dating with the intent of, what is this person really about? How does this person act when nobody's watching? Does this person have integrity? Is this somebody that has the same values that I have? But the stuff that we're preaching to young people is chase the bag, look for a baddie, and that's it. And then when people find themselves in these messed up situations, then they want to come to social media and cry to us. Don't come crying to us. Hell, I'm not a licensed doctor or a therapist. Child, this whole situation got my head spinning. So I'm going to go ahead and log off, but I look forward to reading y'all's comments. Go ahead, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this entire crazy situation concerning this trophy wife.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.